Heverenstein in hand by Cookie Corner mit in sie did. Yeah, you guessed it. Who could it be? None other than Tully Tesler. Tully, what's kin voor hand in the center of our in the Cookie Corner?
So lang de wazen was guy de voek in mijn hand. In de nächste halbe show gaan de omkomen hinderte graduates. Sync New York.
What's it Sync New York?
Sync New York is also, ik wilde geven mijn experience as the chief of staff at a aspect of Kings County. There are many recruiters and we also have ads in the papers and people are sending resumes. But there is a difference about Sync New York and that's what we're about to showcase. Dus ik stig aan. You want your gevre to know.
Exactly.
So gevre, du guys are not 400 graduates in Cookie Corner. So let me tell you from my perspective, as a client from Sync New York, wusste de gelijk wenn men neemt a candidate for Sync New York, oder me treft alleen a candidate.
Do they have put badges?
Yeah, so this is actually the staff of Sync New York. So let me tell you a little bit of what's happening here tonight. So there are hundreds of graduates that are coming here to get equipped and empowered for the workforce. So it's nicht me gaat eruit from school and me gaat me treft a job and we live happily ever after. We wouldn't be so happy. I mean, as a client, we see eigenlijk solid candidates. You want to educate them. You want to work with every single girl. But let's back up a little bit, Khan. Let's back up. You want to work with every single client, like we're a client, I'm with Kings County. And Sync New York actually came down. They wanted to understand our culture, what we are all about. They wanted to make sure that we're the right environment for a girl. We have the right filters in place. And what we're looking for. Berachnis and Begashmis. The whole culture.
This is an unbelievable thing.
And as I've heard from others, I was recommended, happens to be, I'll give a shout out to Hershey Gottlieb from Mountain Deer. He told me, you know, he's my personal accountant and he's looking for good employees. And so ik ben gearbeited with a couple of recruiters. You want somebody? Sync New York girl. And that's why she has a whole.
So this whole team of staff is going to be showing up in a few minutes. And they're going to be sitting at tables over here. Let's go.
And you can see what's going on here.
So Kodim Gold says in Cookie Corner. So it shows that the company cares about the girls. It's a Essen, Geschmack Essen. So right away.
You got to know how to do it. Absolutely. But Chaim, why do you think they chose Cookie Corner? I think because of the videos you make about Cookie Corner. But everybody knows about the Cookie Corner.
That's why everybody came here.
But as we walk in here, I see the sponsor guy. And to me, and I'll say it as an employer, I like when a recruitment company takes pride in what we take pride. You know, to make sure that there are the right filters and the right culture, everything is set up for the girl. Berachnis and Begashmis for this girl to succeed.
So Sync New York kind of works hand in hand with Doai to make sure the computers are...
Seems like they're the sponsor of tonight's gathering here.
Wow. So du gehst I love the signs, make your journey one. Darfst tanzen from job to job. You come here, you get your job for life, your dream. Be the candidate who leaves an impression, not just a resume. Very good. How can Sync help you meet the director? Wow, look at the back of it. Look at the setup here. Nice.
So look, it definitely seems that they chose the right place and the vibe and everything is set up. But I'm here to share my experience with Sync New York. And as I said before, they came down to the office, they spoke to the managers, they wanted to understand each and every position. What does winning look like in that position? What personality will be best for that position? And what I understand tonight is about to vet the girls, and they have a whole program which they could talk more about it. Yankee, it's home to Yankee. Yankee. I'm in it no Yankee.
Oh, do Yankee! Yankee was nice. What would you just do? What is this?
Okay.
What's this, Yankee?
So, is das so?
So die bist du von der Cookie Corner.
Ich bin von der Cookie Corner, ja.
So what do you prepare here, Yankee?
Jede Meidl, was kommt,
no.
geht bekommen, a Bag heim zu gehen.
Beautiful.
Give a kick this.
Gorgeous, a 2020 graduate event, Sync New York.
Then we have a brochure from Sync New York.
Beautiful, wow.
And then we have a Cookie Corner cookie.
Nice, side of the day. So I'm going to do some hours, I'm going to have for lunch.
a cookie, coffee from Anchor.
I guess they're also a happy client.
A happy sponsor. Then we have from Brotherhood chargers, a multi-charger. Then we have from our sponsor
Dwahi.
this, and then last but not least, from Solo.
Nice. Sola. Woof.
Every girl gets.
Você nice. Good. Gee, você nice. I love that.
It's an
I
event.
didn't know who the sponsors are and who the clients are,
The
but
solo sponsor
But I want to
is-
say something. We have Anchor, we have Brotherhood,
Solo.
we have so many, and I'm sharing my experience. But it seems
must
like
be.
there are a lot of, and this is very important to mention, Chaim. It's not like you called me today and you're like, I hear that you work with Sync New York. Do you mind coming and sharing your experience? I was like, actually, as far as I know, we had a great experience with Sync New York, and I would love to share it with everybody. And I actually called a couple of managers that work directly with them and heard from them. But I see the same are with other clients. They're here to sponsor, they're here to push this event, because ultimately it's not like just you take a girl out of the school system and you put her into an office environment and it's gonna work. Jeder eine hat zijn tafkut of the world, what they're good for, and we have to find the strengths within each and every individual, within each and every girl, what will make them thrive.
Wow.
So again, as I said, it's not only Mrs. Weber that aced it, but she was able to transfer that 50 heilig, as we say, to all the other recruiters. And what's gonna happen tonight is, we're gonna have not only recruiters, we're gonna have resume writers.
Zoekst de guy who zit zijn
They're
resume.
gonna sit here and they're gonna have one-on-one with the girls and they're gonna set them up for success. So Gevre,
Gevre, take this video, and if you're an employer, Sync New York is the way to go. We're gonna put the phone number on the screen with the yeah.
that's one thing. If you're an employer, Sync New York is your place, and that's my experience.
Right.
But, if you are getting into the workforce, whether a graduate, this is what we're doing today, or for whatever reason you're looking for a good position, or you're the parents and you want to guide your 18-year-old, 19-year-old to get into the workforce, Sync New York is definitely the
All right, Gevre, we're gonna put the number and the website on the screen.
So as I said, Chaim, we're gonna have here consultants, we have Forward Pros gonna have her table, we have Resume Pros gonna have her table. And actually I was talking to, I don't know if you know them, Lefkowitz, Spillman.
About the first loans.
First loans.
I did a video for them.
You did a video, correct. They actually also use Sync New York. I mentioned, and my friend Hershey Gottlieb Chaim Weisberger told me about Sync New York. You could go to so many of their clients. When you called me today and you told me about what's happening today, you want to hear my experience, I figured, Chaim, your Gevre would want to see the behind the scenes, what's gonna happen here today, how many hundreds of graduates is gonna come here and how they're gonna vet them, and for me to come from the other angle, how that impacts the employers of, being the right match, knowing the culture, the position, understanding the girl and what the strengths are, and connecting them. Chaim, that's a wrap for today.
That's a wrap for today. Jullie had maar lichtingen to Sync New York. Check haar aan, Gevre.